Hi everybody, this is Gary Dean with Sentiment Timing, and this is our technical video report for Wednesday, October 25th, 2023. I'm going to go over the morning notes today because when I woke up and I was writing the morning stuff, the S&P was down 15, or the futures were. And from yesterday, I said I was looking at some backing and filling. That's why I said don't look to chase that rally yesterday. We're probably going to come down at a bare minimum and test the lows, if not break them. So I was looking at it where it could be a backing and filling, and I say should be because we could see the entire yesterday's entire rally wiped out if anything escalates overseas. Things are escalating overseas. I'm not going to be any kind of fear mongering here. I promise you, I want everything to end peacefully. But I'm just, what's right in front of my face is in front of my face. And Iran's, bombing our military bases in Iraq. Things are just getting pretty scary, and the fear is much stronger than greed. And when people are not knowing what is going to take place, they want to remove themselves out of the stock market. One of the reasons why I said back in August, you want to start buying gold. Now, it wasn't for this war that's going on now in the Middle East. This was more for Ukraine and Russia. But now we have everything folding up. And it was just one of those things where you saw the escalations happening everywhere. And when gold, as I said, it rises when war is there. Inflation it can rise because of that, but really the main say rocket fuel for gold or owning gold or gold stocks is during wartime. So that's why I put that out in August, and I'm doing it. I should have the other report done today. I'm just polishing up a few things, but anyway, when people are uncertain about what's going on, there's a flight for safety. It's not looking to increase their exposure to the stock market. So I still believe that we have a rally coming. I don't know what will be the catalyst for it. I've been cash sitting on the sidelines since the lows on 1010, and my main reason for that is we really just skyrocketed up, and I wasn't chasing that rally. So what I put down for here was the bears needed to get the price below 42.15 to see panic selling hit the tape. Once we got through that, we saw the S&P just really start cratering. So as you can see here, when we came down, we gapped down below it, the 42.15 level, and then we bounced back up. And once we hit this resistance and it held down, it was just a flight for safety, and everybody was unloading. So I had also put in the morning notes here that the support and resistance level. Support 42.15. Again, if that was taken out, we were going to see panic selling. Here's our other two targets. So where did we end up on the S&P? Hang on one second. So we made it down to the 42.80 level. So pretty much right where we were expecting it. So we do have bullish divergences here on the 60-minute chart. We have bullish divergences on the daily chart because you can see we made the lower low. But again, I just with everything that's going on geopolitically, I'm a little nervous, but we're going to get these rallies because there's going to be, misinformation that, there's going to be peace talks or something to that extent. And you're going to see all the bears cover and the bulls jumping in, the perma bulls jumping in thinking that they're going to be missing the train. And we're going to get to 100, 200, 300 points on the S&P on the upside. It's probably going to be in a very, very fast manner. And then once everybody gets bullish, where something will come up again, and we'll see the market head back down. So basically, what we're really looking at is we're in a very, very big choppy range. And as Woody said, there's a chance that we could be heading into a bear market. And everybody that was saying these were the exact lows right here on 1010, which Woody predicted almost 2 months in advance that these are going to be the lows. that this is it. And the thing is that we still have a ways to go to get down to these levels. But the thing is, if this war escalates and we start taking out some of these support levels, there's nothing left until we come down. So the important support levels are going to be right around that 4100, 4042. Below that, now we're coming back down to the 3800 and possibly testing this. But for me, I'm trying to just look at follow the predictive analytics model. So from that, we don't have a true buy signal for the main reason. Is we have time. It's not bearish, it's not bullish right now. It's kind of neutral, and we have sentiment that's been getting hit pretty hard, so that's on the bull side. And we have these divergences that are on the daily as well as the 60-minute chart. So I wouldn't, as much as I'm a little nervous to pull the gun on the long side, I'd be very careful on the short side, just because, as I said, misinformation and the peeps on Wall Street, they know how to do the misinformation, especially if they're trapped in a trade. They'll go pay somebody off and say that it's there's peace talks or something, and from there we get the big rally, and then they unload into it. But in any case, so from a technical view, I'd be looking more on the long side. From just a global tension view, I'm sitting on my hands, and that's it. And I'm not scared to go long, because typically war is not a reason for the market to go down. Typically it goes up. But the thing is, this is a war we have not seen in decades and decades. And honestly, if it turns into where it escalates into a World War III, it's going to be something that the world has never ever seen before, because we haven't been in a world war where we have this many nations with nuclear bombs. And to me, that's what scares the bejesus out of me right now. And I think it's scaring a lot of people. So let's just get back to the technical end of things. So we have buy signals here. If the bears take out these lows, if they can take out the lows from today, the next pivot is going to be at the 4162. I've been saying I really like this 4085, 4090 level for as far as a buy zone. So this is what I'm going to keep an eye on. If the bulls step in and try and rally, then we're looking at this resistance at 4250, and you can see there's a lot of resistance here. We have the moving average. It hit its head there yesterday. It's hit its head. So this is major. This is, I could almost call it the bull bear line here. So if they get through it, then we're going to have a short covering and probably up to that 4,300. If we go down, keep an eye 4162, and then down near the 4,100 and 4085 level. On the looking at the upside, again, this is just you can see this resistance that's matching up with the moving averages. It is right around that 4211. If they get above it, that's where we start getting into that bull bear zone that I was talking about at the 4257, because there's really not a whole lot here until we get up into this resistance. Now, we do have bullish divergences on the 15-minute chart, so each chart is showing buy signals. So from a technical view, we should go higher. From a geopolitical view, I don't know how many people are going to be risking to jump in. So I would just be a little patient right now. I want this dust to settle before I start making any major bets on a directional trade right now. Like I said, we're going to get a big rally. It may be very fast, which these types of things, they move. They're better for us at Sentiment Timing, because typically things follow the technicals and stuff like that. So we like the big moves up and down. The people that are perma bulls or perma bears are only looking one way, up or down. They're going to get killed, because they're going to end up getting stopped out at even. They're going to be profitable, then down at even, or taking a long position and finding the market going down, or shorting and seeing it going up. So there's we will be making so much more money than anybody out there, just taking these little 100, 200, 300 point S&P moves and stepping out and letting them guess what it is. So let's see what plays out tomorrow. Have a great night, and I'll talk to you guys in the morning.